I'm sorry.
All I know is if this guy gets himself in trouble, I'm in trouble.
Wait a minute. You can run around being a vampire and I can be a That's not fair.
Here we go. I just started something.
That's what I just said. He wanted to be a gangster in the 20s, and that's what he wanted to
but
be.
the 20s are over, and here I am now, a drummer.
That's right.
Kiss.
But everybody's got a fantasy, and we're all good guys. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Good.
Probably have good substantial breakfast every morning.
No, we
Oh, I wasn't giving the money to the poor.
That's good.
I would have.
Well, all one he has to do is say nanu nanu, and I'm up 40 feet in the air.
No, I would.
Now I read again in the little thing, or the one that said Ace probably won't talk at all. Toys, that you were a toy or a game collector.
That's true. No,
Gene, it's still Donnie who says, I need a little help here. You know what I mean?
I told Pat I collect antique toys.
I'm very articulate if I want to be.
Do you want to
talk to me?
No, but now we've gone through their fantasies or their things
Well,
that they
let Ace tell you about the toys got under the ground.
I'm into technology. I'm fascinated by the fact that 5 or 10 years from now we'll be able to have space stations circling the Earth that are totally controlled and energized by solar energy. That are totally independent of the Earth. I think that's fascinating.
Would you care to tell our audience what you were doing at 4 o'clock this morning?
No. I don't want to get arrested. No, actually,
Seriously. But actually.
I'm a Taurus. I'm a down-to-earth human being, and
Yeah, right.
Taurus is an Earth sign. Come on, let's get back to reality.
But Ace is in space.
And we are.
Tell him about the toy you've got under the ground, that big toy that you just built.
Oh,
bunker.
I built a recording studio underground, 18 feet underground, next to my house.
I mean, you're talking about the state of the art on the East Coast. There's no place like this.
It's automated board. It's all computerized. Cost me a lot of money. I don't want to talk about it. My cannon's ready to.
No, but
I'd like you to tell about the helicopter that you're building.
Well, I'm into radio-controlled, model airplanes and most recently helicopters, which are more fascinating because they're much more challenging. Anybody that's into radio-controlled models knows that right now helicopters are hard to control. And it's the state of the art now.
But you didn't know that.
It's tough.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
The Germans make the best ones at the moment. Right now I have a Japanese one I'm having trouble with. I have a German one on order.
Don't do
Okay?
it.
I'm not doing anything. I'm talking about... This guy's a good egg right here. He's a little hard-boiled, but he's good.
What strange things have happened to you? Strange fan mail? Look at this.
You know, as soon as we start...
Come on, Gene, call him off, please.
Okay.
Easy, Ace.
Okay,
Go on.
As soon as we started doing concerts from the very first show on, the first show, in fact, was done pretty close by, 14th Street, right off of 5th Avenue. First show we ever did was New Year's Eve, 1973-74. My hair caught fire. There's a part in the show where I breathe fire, and of course I hadn't had too much practice then, and the right side of my hair caught fire, and everybody thought it was part of the act. They just went right along with it, and I didn't know what happened. Somebody came, doused me with a towel.
That's the trouble with the show that we do. It's so big, and there's so much going on that when something really goes wrong or somebody gets hurt, nobody ever knows it. Well, at one show, I got hit with something, and my eye was bleeding. And go ahead, Paul, bleed from that eye.
Miami, when you got electrocuted.
I was electric. I almost
Want to throw a
died.
bomb up at me?
That's not fun. I've been laughing this whole show. In Miami, I touched the railing, which was metal at the time, and the railing wasn't properly grounded. And everybody in this group knows I almost died that night.
We finished that show,
Passed
though.
out. I couldn't, for the rest of the show, there was no feeling in my fingers.
That was a close call.
So since then, we've gone with more electronics. We've got
Wireless guitars now, so we
that
can't
don't need
be
wires,
shocked.
based on the radio. Same principle that his helicopter is based on.
Absolutely.
Even once.
That's great.
What a guy.
That's what I call band and interaction.
M80s. And I couldn't...
You got to start over because he was going while you were starting.
When he was electrocuted, somebody once said M80.
What a line, huh? Hey, when Ace was electrocuted, when we fried
I
Ace.
flew right into it.
There's a TV over there.
And it really
incredible.
I really couldn't hear for 3 months. It was really dangerous.
That's why we go.
I still can't. What?
Peter, what?
No, you got to tell it all over again.
We were in some town, I don't know where it was, way down south. Way down Dixie. And I got some kid through it, they're called M80s.
Oh, the big firecracker.
Yeah.
It
It was in Memphis, Tennessee. And it literally blew me off the drums. And I woke up in a car. And I went back and did the show, but I couldn't hear out of my ear for at least 3 months. It was really dangerous.
So that's why we got some bad reviews.
Yeah. But there's been some scary moments.
Who do you think is the audience for KISS? Who do you play to?
We initially thought we were doing this for ourselves initially because we started out. Here's the old rap we had. We initially started out being the audience. It wasn't that long ago, and the premise behind anything that we do is we try to place ourselves in the audience. Would we like it if we did it? Mm-hmm. And we started out with pretty much of a middle teen audience, and now it's grown into a circus. We've got bears.
It's amazing.
Leaps and bounds.
It's crazy. If we're in a hotel across the street from the halls we're playing, it really looks like Ringling Brothers because you see parents, you see 6 years old, you see 25-year-olds. Mm-hmm. It's really it appeals to a lot.
And if we did a concert in Bombay, there would even be cowboys.
I bet you didn't know that, did you?
I don't believe
If you cross the street...
Look at this guy. He's a good guy.
I'm getting bruised by you.
Wake up.
I've been made.
I'll do it with you at the same time.
I've got to move on to the lady Dorothy Dietrich, who saws the member of the staff, and which is a million laughs. Do you want to be sawed in half tonight?
Absolutely.
Why not? But may I thank you all for being here. Ace,
Tom,
you have a terrific sense of humor, and you're a good man.
And enjoy the trains.
Thank you very, very much.
I heard about
Thank you very, very much. Peter, good to see you.
Tom.
Thank you very much. And Paul, thank you. It's
great.
And I'm sorry I said you were a bass player, Gene. He's
a good fish.
Quite all right, Ralph.
He's a good egg.
Take care.
Thank you all very much.
We had a ball.
It's a pleasure.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
It's good to be home.
Watch out
Hi,
for
Mom.
full moon.
Where are you?
Okay, True Confessions. We will continue after these words from our sponsors. Did I blow you?